Republican presidential candidates Ron DeSantis and Vivek Ramaswamy both made campaign stops in Mason City today. The visits come as Iowa poll numbers continue to give former President Trump a commanding lead. KIMT News 3's Max Haslow tells us more about how presidential hopefuls are trying to boost their support ahead of the Iowa caucus.
With a little under a month until America's First in the Country caucus, Governor DeSantis and Ramaswamy are putting everything they have into winning Iowa voters over. DeSantis held a meet and greet with his supporters alongside U.S. Representative Chip Roy of Texas. Later, Ramaswamy held his own rally with a packed crowd in a small bar and grill. It's part of a greater effort by the wide field of Republican candidates to pry voters away from Trump. The former president still leads with over 50% in CBS polling. DeSantis and Nikki Haley are fighting for second place, while Ramaswamy and Chris Christie sit in single digits.
I don't usually go by polls because sometimes polls can be misleading.
Still, supporters of both DeSantis and Ramaswamy believe their candidates will outperform the polls. DeSantis tells me he doesn't want to be over-reliant on polls to control his message.
So I think we've learned our lessons. And look, good thing about me is when I govern and when I lead, I don't use those polls because I think you either got to do what you believe or you should get into another business.
Ramaswamy had similar thoughts. He tells me that his grassroots strategy will pay off.
But my gut instinct is that we're going to win it. What gives me confidence in that is most of our supporters are not polled. And that's a beautiful place for us to be. Shatter the expectations that have been set for us. I think that's what's coming on January 15th.
With the Iowa caucus scheduled for January 15, Republican candidates will be making several more stops in the Hawkeye state until the votes are counted. In Mason City, Max Haslow, KIMT News 3.
And Ramaswamy also reacted to the news of the Colorado Supreme Court removing Trump's name from the state ballot. He pledges to remove his own name from the Colorado ballot until Trump is restored and calls on other Republican candidates to do the same.